Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noelle and I do unboxings here, mostly lifestyle subscription boxes, but also some stationery, books, beauty, jewelry, and even a dash of Disney. So if you like unboxings, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell. And as always, if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for being here and welcome back. Today I have one of my few but favorite beauty boxes, which is the Allure Beauty Box. Now the thing which drew me to Allure in the first place was the fact that it's only $15 per month, but it does sound like there are some changes headed our way. As of October 1st, they are raising their prices to $23 per month, and that is a pretty significant increase by $8. However, they did say that that means you'll always be getting 6 items or more with a total retail value of $100 or more. So you're still always going to be getting at least 4 times what you pay for the box. They did say that you will also be getting 3 or more full-size products now, which I believe is an upgrade from the 2 or more full-size products, as well as some other member benefits. Now the nice thing is they've given us plenty of notice, right? Because those changes don't go into effect until October, and you do have until then to go ahead and upgrade to an annual subscription at their current pricing, which is just $165. I know that's a lot up front, but when you do the math, that means that each box is just $13.75. So I did go ahead and upgrade because I think that is a fantastic deal to be paying $13.75 per month and getting over $100 in products. And I thought they were really nice about it when I talked to them on the phone. I did also ask them if they could maybe move me earlier into their shipping cycle. It looks like it's all done alphabetically, and they offered to like switch my first and last name, but that doesn't really help because my name is Noelle Norcross, which still puts me right in the middle of the alphabet either way. So I did reach out to their PR department and they haven't gotten back to me yet, but I'm trying to get it so that I receive the box a little bit earlier in the month so that you would be able to get in on it. I will leave a link below though if you want to check out Allure and maybe get in on their current pricing, but I still think that if you decide to try it out later down the road at even at $23, it's a great value. Now let's get into it. I love that they create this nice hard box that you can actually use to kind of store things in. I guess over the months I would wind up having like a dozen of them, so they might make great storage items to kind of stack and label. And then inside, they always, not surprising since this is from a publishing house, create a nice little product pamphlet that has lots of information about the different items. So let's just read what the features director has to say for the month of August. It says, on balance, listen, I'm stressed. My sleep schedule is all out of whack and it seems impossible to decompress with everything that's on my mind. And when I'm on edge, my skin shows it. Little bumps pop up on my cheeks and red patches emerge out of nowhere. Let's not start on my dark under eye circles. To keep everything in balance, I have to be even more diligent about my skincare routine. So I'm cleansing twice a day, layering on hydrating serums and oils, and treating myself to a mask at least once a week. This month's box is filled with similar products to bring a little woosa to your daily routine. So I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but I could definitely do a little bit more in terms of my daily routine. Really, I'm a very like schedule oriented person, so I think what I need to do is just sort of set aside certain days that I, do sheet masks or do like multiple steps, not just some moisturizer, but maybe a serum first and then some under eye patches. I just have to get a little bit better about taking that time for myself at the end of the day. Usually I'm just so tired that I just want to hop into bed, but hopefully I can get a little bit better with it. And it's always good because when I have new products to try, it's a little bit more tempting to take that extra time for myself. So inside, they just had a little bit of red tissue paper that I'm going to carefully remove. And then it does look like this box is chock full of all kinds of items that we are going to take a look at. And the first item, it looks like, is one of the full-size items, and it is the Pixi Rose Oil Blend. Now, some of you guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, like rose-scented things are not my favorite, even though I love roses and smelling actual roses. I don't usually like rose-scented things. It says, this oil has quickly become one of my favorite multitasking products. It's made up of hydrating oils, sweet almond, orange peel, pomegranate seed, jojoba, and its namesake rose geranium oil. So it sounds like there's plenty of other things in there besides just rose. For the record, I'm not the biggest fan of how rose smells. Preaching. All right, but here the flowery scent is subtle and soothing. So I love this. I didn't even read this ahead of time before I said all of that, you guys. It Says the formula absorbs instantly and I don't have to worry about waking up with oil stains on my sheets. For mornings when my skin could use a glowy boost, I add 2 drops to my moisturizer or foundation. You can use it to sheer out full coverage makeup or press some on cheekbones for a dewy finish. And the cute mint green bottle and gold dropper get this product bonus points. So it says that it is worth $24 and it is by Pixi, and it does have some cute packaging. I love the gold and the green and the pink all together. So let me open it up so we can see it. It's probably just a little dropper. And it is, so it's kind of interesting. They actually sent it in just the bottle with the dropper separately. So I do like that, but that means I can open it up and give it a smell and see if it's very rosy or not. So I think I have to actually take this stopper off, which I will do as carefully as possible. It's a little rosy. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. There's a hint of rose, but certainly not overwhelming. It actually smells a little bit more like if you bought a bouquet of roses than something that is rose scented. So I'm pretty happy with that. I can see myself using it, especially because I'll probably be using it with like other products. So it is like a nice fresh floral scent and not too rosy, but definitely that is the scent that I am smelling the most out of all of the ones that were mentioned before. But so I might pass this on to someone else. Again, like I said, I love that it came with the dropper like separately, but I'm pleasantly surprised. I have a lot of different face oils that I have to try still. So like I said, this might gonna go in one of my to give away piles, but that's a nice item. The next thing is Sulawesi. Let me see if I can find that. So it says this is a first care activating serum and it comes in this little tiny package. So this is probably one of the sample sizes. And it says the normal full size product is $84. So yes, I'm hoping that this is a sample size. And this is pretty. It's just a little plastic sample bottle, but probably gives us an idea of what the full-size bottle also looks like. Sulawesi First Care Activating Serum. When I started getting serious about skincare, I expanded my then 3-step routine that didn't include sunscreen. Yikes, that's kind of like me. She sounds like me. Again, this whole pamphlet so far is totally me. To 9 steps, including 2 serums. Well, I don't think I'm ever gonna get to 9 steps, but that's okay. Maybe somewhere in between. I'm used to seeing hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, or alpha hydroxy acids in most serums, but this Sulawesi formula has a blend of 5 Korean herbs: peony, lotus, Rehmannia, Solomon seal, and white lily. The ingredients work together to hydrate, brighten, and firm the skin. I'm in my early 20s, so there's not much to firm, but anything with hydration and brightening ingredients is great for my dehydrated and hyperpigmented skin. I use this serum after cleansing and toning, and it gives me a subtle glow that I love. So I know everyone is really big into Korean skincare, and I have to jump on that train, but I figure maybe it'll really work for me since I'm actually Korean. So happy to give this a try for sure. I don't know, like I said, if I'm ever gonna get to 9 steps with my skincare routine, but maybe I can do a little bit more and add sunscreen more regularly. All right, let's see what else we've got. Let's see. There's a lot of items in here. So this is a little soap bar. It says this is the Erno Laszlo Sea Mud Deep Cleansing Bar, worth $38. So again, I'm guessing this is the smaller version of it. It's just wrapped in some paper. Adam and Eve were given every pleasure in the world and still wanted more, so I suppose it's in our DNA not to fully appreciate perfectly good things. The humble bar soap is a great invention, yet we wanted face washes foamier, creamier, and fragrancier. Well, not we, as in you and me. I've always loved and used Erno Laszlo's solid face wash bars, which recently relaunched with sustainable all-paper packaging. The Sea Mud Deep Cleansing Bar, the brand's most classic product, emulsifies into an inky liquid that gently rids my face of the grime it collects during a day of typing words onto the internet. After I rinse, my skin has gotten a thorough cleanse and I can feel the wind in my pores. That's probably a strange sensation, but I love a good simple soap bar as well. And I actually like when they're smaller like that because they're easier to use. But you can see it's like dark. It's like a dark bar of soap, so it probably creates that inky suds that he was talking about. All right, we got a couple more items to go. So the next thing is floss. It says Brighten Up Highlighter in Sunlit, worth $20. And here it is. It says, I like to look shimmery, but not like I glued glitter directly onto my face. And that's exactly the effect this pressed powder highlighter creates. To apply, I use a pointed, fluffy brush that I swirl into the pan before sweeping across my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, and onto my Cupid's bow. One pass delivers a barely there glow that's perfect for daily wear, and I just repeat the process for highlight with slightly more impact. Sunlit, shown here, looks like champagne at first glance, but it transforms into a subtle gold on the skin. So fun packaging. It's like totally clear. Hopefully I don't get you too much reflection, but you can kind of see that champagne-y color. There is a little bit of gold, and when you do get really close to it, you can see how it would create a nice shimmer. We are still in the summer months here, so I'm still kind of got that dewy glow going on naturally, just from a little bit of sweat every day. But I will certainly give this a try as we move into the cooler months. And sometimes it might be nice to actually mix this with a moisturizer to create that sort of natural highlighter look. So, all right, we got a couple more things, it looks like. So this is the Wish Botanical Primer. Here it is in a little bottle, and it says the full size is worth $44. Right off the bat, I knew this primer was different because in addition to argan oil and aloe, it contains bakuchiol, a gentler natural alternative to retinol. On the day that I tried to give it a test drive, my skin was looking especially dry, but a few minutes after applying this creamy primer, my dry spots were smooth, cool. The blurring formula faded the red blotches on my skin and cheeks, and my pores, even the large ones around my nose, had all but disappeared. Ultimately, this primer makes it so you need less makeup. Most days, though, I've been wearing it on its own as an extra layer of moisture that hides any imperfections. That sounds perfect. I have just recently started using primer, and I do like kind of the smoothing effect, and then that's usually the one step I do is like the primer. So I'm excited, especially because I guess I have like combination skin on my face, so there are usually some like drier patches like between my eyebrows, and then everywhere else is like kind of oily. So it's great to be able to kind of like apply this in certain spots and not necessarily all over, and especially when you are pairing it with a moisturizer as well, so that way everything gets the attention that it needs. So I'm happy to give this a try. I'm always excited to get, we had so many moisturizers and serums, but like I really like primers because I feel like they do a lot of double duty. So, and then finally, it looks like we've got a sheet mask that's kind of wedged in here on the bottom because it is a small box. So this is fun though, just the like art on it. How cool is this? It looks like a print, doesn't it? It says this is the Looks and May Brightening Lift Up Perfect Fit Mask, worth $3. One of my major skincare projects during the isolation period has been working through my huge collection of sheet masks. Again, that is something that is totally me, trying to get through all of the sheet masks that I get in all these subscription boxes. Looks in May is a K-beauty brand that recently launched in the US, and the illustrated packaging is what makes it stand out of the pile for sure. The mask is made of super stretchy material that keeps it from sliding. It's also soaked in a serum that contains niacinamide and vitamin C to brighten, and a bunch of floral and plant extracts, which I assume give the mask its fresh scent. After one use, my skin looked incredibly glowy and a little bit brighter. So how exciting, you guys. I'm definitely excited to give this a try. Gotta get more into that K-beauty, like I said, and gotta get through my pile of sheet masks. Let me know what you thought was the coolest item in this box. I would probably say the serum, except it does have that slight rose scent, so I'm gonna go with obviously that primer because I'm super excited about it, and maybe that sheet mask because, like I said, packaging is everything, and just having such fun packaging actually kind of almost makes me want to like save it for a special occasion, but I'll probably, just because it'll be on the top of the pile, reach for this one first. Let me know what your favorite item was. Let me know if you are planning to get Allure at their current pricing of $165 for an entire year, which again brings it down to $13.75 a box. Pretty good deal, you guys. Other than that, please do give this video a thumbs up. It does really help me out, and hopefully I will see you all very soon in my next unboxing.